Hi, here from the seat of the government of Croatia, here at the St. Markus Square. I want to congratulate for the Eurozone membership and for Schengen membership. That's a major achievement. Mr. Plenkovic, congratulations. You blocked me on Twitter. You're not interested in my advice or opinions, but nevertheless, I'm very much grateful that you managed to achieve these major breakthroughs, even when it was necessary to threaten to cut Austria the gas from Krug, because Nehammer went in the populist decline spiral, and unfortunately he has done this threat and the veto towards Romania and Bulgaria. I hope now as a member Croatia will have wiser policies and will not fall into the line of Orban and all the populists around him and be resistant to Russian influence. Sadly, the decision for the EU training mission rejection was very sad, and I hope that can be reversed very early 2023. And I hope that you will be a big supporter of NATO membership of Kosovo and of Bosnia, and you will be a very reasonable member of the West and of our great family in NATO, the EU. And I hope also that you will do your best to call all Croatians in Austria to support the people's petition for Austria to join NATO and to break with Russia. And a big embargo, a clear and full embargo of Russian energy is of course very much in Austrian and in Hungarian and in Croatian interest, because then we can clean up our politics from Russian corruption, and I hope that will be the big priority for 2023. I wish you all the best, and here in the government and in the presidency and in the parliament at this beautiful occasion. It's very, very nice, and I hope that Croatia will be a responsible member with the power we vested in you, that you support Bosnia also as a EU member, that you don't insist on all these other tribal demands which you are unfortunately doing, and you don't make any kind of coalition behind our back with Russia or with the Serbs to divide Bosnia or to annoy the West, because I hope that you remember who was supporting you when you needed it most, and I hope you give it back now to Montenegro and to Macedonia and Albania to be as fast in the European Union as you, and hopefully in 2024 already, and that you support the Euroization of Bosnia and of also Macedonia, Albania, same like we have it in Montenegro and Kosovo already, and so we can build a much better Europe, and we can isolate Serbia, which is much better in the interest, I think, of Croatia and of Austria than the current appeasement policy. And if you could kindly also support the EU training mission and support Ukraine's NATO and EU accession and Austria's NATO accession, I would be really very interested and very supportive. And I will never advise you to have a more inclusive government, but I've seen that you have fired all your ministers already, and it would have been much better to make a more inclusive proto-coalition than the current situation. Good. Thanks a lot. More to come from Pax Europiana, here from the seat of the government of Croatia, the parliament. It's very beautiful, St. Markus Church, and Austria will be staying at your side, and don't choose the Hungarians, if I may say it so clearly at this beautiful day. The Hungarians will lead Croatia into a disaster, and I think that should be very clear for anybody knowing the Croatian history. And Austria is also not a good role model, so I would say stay with America. This is the best way for peace, and that's what I hope you will do. And I thank you very much. I wish you a happy new year. I congratulate you. I cannot stay for the celebrations of the 1st of January because I was not invited. I'm blocked by Mr. Plenkovic. But I hope he will understand one day that I'm a true friend of Croatia, of a Croatia which is with Ukraine and with Kosovo, and which is fighting for Austrian NATO accession, and which is an active shaper of a European Balkans, and a friend of all friends, and not making any appeasement its policy. Remember, there were a lot of appeasers in 1990 at Brioni, and you were not so happy, and alles smog. And people like me, modestly young student leaders, have been very much on your side, and we will always be, if you are staying on our side. And the side is the American side and the side of the Free West. This is the side to choose. Thanks a lot. All the best from this amazing, new, beautiful square here in the center of political Zagreb. Thanks a lot. All the best. Bye.